Salt Lake City, Benjamin Shapiro strode down the aisle of a packed auditorium at the University of Utah like a prize fighter walking toward a ring. He was dressed in a dark suit jacket and a gray shirt and was followed closely by a bodyguard. The mostly male audience sprung to its feet, cheering him with thunderous applause. After his speech, a searing critique of America's center-left, a young man walked up to the microphone. "I have watched so many of your videos, I think my girlfriend hates you," he said. Shapiro, conservative thinker, entertainer, trash talker and destroyer of weak arguments, has been called the voice of the conservative millennial movement. He represents the tastes of an emerging political class. If Rush Limbaugh is someone your dad listens to on his car radio, Shapiro, 33, a graduate of Harvard Law School, is the cool kid's philosopher, dissecting arguments with a lawyer's skill and references to Aristotle. He exists in places that young people inhabit: podcasts, Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. His podcast, The Ben Shapiro Show, is downloaded 10 million times every month. 70% of his audience is younger than 40. Ben is the source of a lot of philosophy for young conservatives, said Cassie Dillon, a senior at Mount Holyoke College in Massachusetts, who has written for Shapiro's website, The Daily Wire. "I think it would be really hard to find a young conservative who does know who Ben Shapiro is." Shapiro is trying to define conservatism at a time when its meaning is up for grabs in the Republican Party, and traditional conservative media outlets like Fox are built for older audiences. He does not like President Donald Trump and he disagrees with his old boss at Breitbart News, Stephen Bannon, that Trumpism is the future of the Republican Party. He likes to point out that Trump won fewer votes in Wisconsin than Mitt Romney in 2012 and fewer votes in Michigan than George W. Bush in 2004. Most Republicans voted for Trump not because they loved him, he argues, but because they hated Hillary Clinton. But he is not a moderate. His views are extremely conservative. Transgenderism is a mental illness, as per the Encyclopedia of Mental Disorders before 2013. Yes, blacks have been historically discriminated against. No, institutions are not broadly discriminating against them today. The rich pay too much tax. Abortion should be illegal. Social Security ought to be privatized and Obamacare repealed. Get the latest news and updates emailed straight to your inbox. By submitting your email you are agreeing to Fairfax Media's terms and conditions and privacy policy. Liberals loathe Shapiro. They say he is a pugilist who has built his brand on the nation's addiction to outrage. He is part of an industry that whips up conservatives against the left, they say, and the fact that his audience is mostly young will deepen the divide for years to come. And even some former fans say Shapiro is a brilliant polemicist, but in a tribal nation, he is just one more partisan mobilizing his troops. "He'll never concede anything to the left," said William Nardi, a college student in Boston, who used to look up to Shapiro.